So apparently somehow I didn't end up doing a recording of an intro for this, so here we go. Welcome to this week's madness. It's really not that mad, I'm just coloring again. Nothing new here. And of course, starting with my usual base of colored pencil and then dark hair. But it's not just dark hair, it's dark hair with purple on the end because I think at the time when I was designing this character, I couldn't decide on a hair color or something, so it ended up being a black into a purple fade, which is a pain in the butt to color, especially digitally. I try not to do digital as much as I possibly can because I never know what I'm doing and it's just a complicated mess, and then I keep doing it anyway. Anyway, enough about that. We're not doing digital art here. We're playing with some colored pencils. So just with the hair, I just kind of did, I tried to leave areas for highlights while I was laying down my purple color. And then I just obviously laid the black on top. And I did off camera darken and smooth out what I could on that before I moved on to trying to show how I did the rest of it. And that poor gray lavender really needs some new pencils. And it's not like, okay, so if I want to buy my colored pencils in bulk, like Hobby Lobby is great, but they don't have like a ton of selection of color. So if I'm looking for like a basic white or black, very convenient. But for things like gray lavender, they don't store gray lavender at the store. So I usually go to Jerry's Art-A-Rama, and I think it's like you buy 12 pencils and the price of each pencil gets lowered, so it's about a buck something, $1.12 each. But even so, they add up quick because there's a lot of pretty colors, and I could definitely use restock on a few colors or add a few new colors to my list. That's not the right word, but I can't think about the right word at the moment. But long story short, I need some pencils because that gray lavender is about the size of my pinky. Actually, it's probably smaller than my pinky now. And that's the last grade lavender I have. So I need to get my butt in gear and order some. Some cloud blue, that light blue would be great too. Oh, that rhymed. Well, now I'm a poet. Ha! But yeah, it doesn't really, that first layer of blue did not really show up on camera anyway, but I knew it would take me forever to do something for the background, but the original intention with this, I actually had this ready like, I don't know, a couple months back maybe? And I'm just now getting around to it. That the glare from my light makes the wax look horrible. I lost my train of thought again. Something about my colored pencils. Oh yeah, I had actually originally wanted to do this on black paper, and maybe at some point I will, because I wanted to have like a dark background and then just have like pops of color, which I did. Well, the background didn't end up super dark, but I still did the pops of color, but you'll see that shortly. And maybe I could have done like some of the shadows in the skin a little deeper, but I've been trying to not overdo it with how dark I go on the skin, because I've in the past done way too dark on the skin. And the skin, unless it's like a dramatic lighting, doesn't really get that dark in terms of shadows. Not compared to things like metal, which has a lot sharper contrast anyway. Anyway, yeah, no, here's the part where it took forever in the background. I definitely burned down some colored pencils, but, I mean, once it's down to just a little nub, it doesn't color so well no more. You gotta keep it sharpened. You gotta not be afraid to sharpen your pencil and wear them down a bit. I mean, I've seen some people do much bigger pieces in colored pencil before. I don't understand how, because their coloring was so smooth, it didn't look grainy at all. And I guess I use something called Gamsol, and I've tried that a little bit before. I just don't know where my bottle is. Maybe someday I'll remember to find it. Today was not that day, so we burnished. we burnished the heck out of this thing. And, yeah, that's pretty much why my color is never smooth, although I didn't think my grainy roughness that usually I do with colored pencil was that bad in this one. It's just, like I said, the light from my camera is making it look kind of not great at times, but hopefully you trust me on that. Or I can post it in my Discord later for proof. I will have proof. If I remember, I have a long day when I upload this. So, yeah. And here's the other part. And me throwing my shinies on the table. Yeah, I didn't realize that wire was sticking down. So, now that I know a certain someone has been watching my videos, see, I told you so! Yeah, it's there. And I couldn't, even if I wanted to try and save it, I couldn't. Because it's just right in the middle. And I'd already recorded and stuck the thingies on, and there was no saving it, so, we don't come here for the perfection anyway, so, yeah. I think anyone knows that by now. And yeah, no, I'm at this part, I still haven't noticed, and until I, like, bonk into it, I'm like, oh god, the wire, what do I do? And eventually I moved it. But anyway, we're coming toward the end of the video, so let me know what you think, how this turned out, if it looks too mudged up or whatever, or if you agree that it's fairly smooth. But until next time, bye-bye!